How does age, race, or gender impact policing? A new 300-page report takes a closer look at Spokane police.
Washington teachers, school employees, and child care workers are now eligible to get their vaccine. It's exciting news for the fight against coronavirus. Tonight, we're breaking down what we know about vaccine availability.
It was another beautiful spring day today, and I'm tracking more warm weather. I'll have your forecast next.
And this is such a wonderful sport for the people in this area.
Well, the sun is out and golf courses are ready to reopen for the season. We have what you need to know before heading out to the Spokane County golf courses. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. We want to get right to some breaking news at this hour. A shooting has been reported at the 2100 West Riverside block in Browne's Addition. Now, according to Spokane police, one victim has been shot and is now at the hospital. This crime scene is being blocked off in the entire area right now. We do have a crew on the way, and we will make sure to bring you the latest information throughout this newscast as we receive it.
I think it's a good platform and it's a good foundation to start having those discussions about what does this data mean.
Spokane police officers more likely to use force against Black and Native American residents. That is according to a new 300-page report commissioned by the Spokane Police Department.
KREM 2's Amanda Broly breaks down more of the findings from the diversity or disparity report and how local leaders are reacting to it.
The Spokane Police Department commissioned a study on how its officers interact with the community. This disparity study looks at police interactions by demographics such as sex, age, and race. Police Strategies, LLC, compiled the 300-page report on police activity. SPD released it to the public today. Let's dive into the main takeaways. The data did find disparities in crimes reported to police. The report says a Black individual is 3 times more often identified by an officer as a suspect than expected based on population. A Native American, 68% more likely, but an Asian is 65% less likely to be identified as a suspect. The report suggests there is also disparity found in the use of force. According to the data, Black arrestees are 22% more likely to have force used against them, whereas Native American arrestees are 49% likely. But the report found no disparities with police stops, arrests, or enforcement action. According to Police Strategies, LLC, all races are likely to be contacted by Spokane police. That's either during a traffic stop or an investigation. While no racial disparity was found in police arrests, the data shows Black individuals are 46% less likely to be issued a citation or infraction. A Native American is even less likely. Police Chief Craig Meidel was surprised by a few of these findings, but he says the work is not done.
It is at least one indicator that perhaps we are following procedural justice practices to a certain level. Does that mean that we have crossed the finish line and we can rest? No.
He says this data is a good platform to discuss what it means and what can change. NAACP President Keonta Duncan says this is not one but 2 steps forward in the right direction.
While I'm not particularly excited about the findings of the report, I am excited that the police department and the city is willing to make this a very transparent process and willing to have community involvement.
Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
And you can take a closer look at all that data and read our story. Just go to KREM.com. In the meantime, it is certainly starting to feel more and more like springtime. The high temperatures continue to climb through this week. So Tom is outside right now enjoying the sunshine. How is it out there tonight, Tom?
It is setting lower and lower in the sky. The sun will set just after 5:30 this evening, but our warm weather certainly continues as we look for sunny skies expected tomorrow, partly cloudy skies on your Friday, and then we'll look for cooler weather with a chance of showers developing by Saturday. So get out and enjoy this. We're at 55 degrees right now, as you can see, and really a little bit of a breeze out here. But my gosh, from my vantage point, I'm not seeing any clouds at all. We'll look for mostly clear skies this evening and overnight with a low of about 31 degrees. 58 degrees, the expected high on Thursday. Again, under mostly sunny skies. For the weekend, we'll go with a chance of some showers developing with a daytime high of 49, and what looks like we'll get up to about 47 on Sunday, and Sunday morning will be chilly as well. I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to that, Tom. Thank you very much. Relief and excitement yesterday when Governor Jay Inslee announced that teachers, school employees, and child care workers are now eligible to get vaccinated effective immediately. But a day later, some educators say they haven't received any information about how to get the first dose. Our Morgan Trow is breaking down what we know and what we don't know and what we should do next as well.
All K through 12 public and private school employees, as well as child care workers, are being moved up to the currently eligible phase. But what does that really mean, and how will that affect you? As of right now, there are only 2 ways for educators to get the vaccine. The first is going on Phase Finder to book an appointment at a local pharmacy. The other is going to a Kaiser Permanente clinic. They are partnering with OSPI to vaccinate just education staff.
We are learning as we go through this process, and we'll have been in communication with our schools. And from what I understand, they'll probably leverage the federal pharmacy.
Since there are so many moving parts with this, the health district is trying to lean on other agencies to figure out the best way to help roll out the vaccines. But Washington State's school superintendent says that every school employee should be able to get at least 1 shot by the end of this month. Hopefully, with the Johnson & Johnson vaccines coming in soon, more appointments will become available so teachers can get their shots. I'll be breaking down everything else that we know in the newscast at 6. Reporting in Spokane, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.
And every week, new pharmacies and clinics are getting new vaccine supplies, which means no matter which county you live in Washington or in Idaho, there are appointments available right now. Now, since I just showed this to you last week, 2 new big distributors are now offering vaccines, Walmart and Costco. And while your smaller, regular doctor's office may not have any appointments right now, these places do. So I want you to take a look because, again, we're going to be starting here on the Washington Department of Health website. This is their COVID-19 page, but this is the main page for the Department of Health. And what I want you to look for are these 2 tabs. You're going to want this one right down here, which is called the Vaccine Locator. So if we click on that, and I've got this tab here already set up. But if you click on that, that's going to show you an entire state of Washington map, which is great. You can see there are a lot of different locations. But again, I want you to hone in on this area where you can click and select by county. So I'm going to select Spokane County just because that's the one that seems to have the most, and I can show you some better results when I click on that. So, all right, so that's going to zoom in on the map here, and that shows you here visually on the map the ones that are available. The blue dots mean they are available, the gray means they're not. But you can break it down even more if you click over here on list, which is a kind of a quick look at one glance the places that do and that do not have available appointments right now. So right here at the top, you can see Consistent Care Services on North Post Street. They have appointments available right this minute. Fred Meyer Pharmacies, they also have multiple different locations on East Sprague, on North Division, on South Thor. All of these big box pharmacies have appointments available right this minute. So don't just give up if one place says that they don't have any openings. There are plenty of other options. And for a quick link to this searchable dashboard, just text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000 and we'll send it right to your phone.
Good information there. Meantime, all of Washington currently in phase 2 of the state's reopening plan. So what will phase 3 look like? Well, we still don't know. But yesterday, our political reporter sat down with Governor Inslee. He asked about what factors are being considered for phase 3 and about how much of Eastern Washington's specific needs will be taken into account.
We have not made decisions about the next phasing, which way it should be. So we're listening to all arguments about people of their perspectives and what they think would be best.
Also, hear more from that interview as well as from Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward in our full story, which is coming up on KREM 2 News at 6 o'clock.